Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on December 18th, 2022 in Śrī Māyāpur, India.
Pangun Langai Tegirim Sri Gurum Thinatharinam Sri Caitanya Mishwaram Hari Om Tat.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will continue with the compilation of the Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled The Great Escape of Raghunātha dāsa. Under the section, the meeting of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunātha dāsa Goswami, Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.155.
তদ্বধি বহে বাটিতে অবস্থান সেই হইতে অভ্যন্তরে না করে ন গমন বাইরে দুর্গা মণ্ডপে করে ন শয়ন.
From that day on, he did not go into the interior section of the house. Instead, he would sleep on the Durga Mandap, the place where Mother Durga was worshipped.
Every house in Bengal, rich man's house.
Every rich man's house in Bengal
Would have a Durga Mandap.
they would have a Durga Mandap.
And they Durga Puja, they'd bring a clay deity of Durga
During Durga Puja, they bring a clay deity of Durga
and worship her.
and worship her,
And then put her in the river.
and then put her in the river. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.156.
প্রহরে রক্ষীগণ তাহা জাগি রহে সব রক্ষগণ পালাইতে করেন নানা উপায় চিন্তন.
There, however, the watchman alertly kept guard. Raghunātha dāsa was thinking of various means by which to escape their vigilance.
Raghunātha dāsa wanted to go to Caitanya Mahaprabhu.
So Raghunātha dāsa wanted to go to Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu.
He was thinking of different ways to escape.
He was thinking of different ways to escape.
As previously, he was always caught
As previously, he was always caught
and brought back by his father.
by his father
And brought back
and brought back by his father. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.157.
প্রভু দর্শনার্থ বর্ষাকালে গৌরীয় ভক্তগণের পুরী যাত্রা হেনকালে গৌরদেশের সব ভক্তগণ প্রভুরে দেখিতে নীলাচলে করিলা গমন.
At that time, all the devotees of Bengal were going to Jagannath Puri to see Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu.
every year. Śrīnātha dāsa would take a group of devotees from Bengal to Orissa
So every year, Sivananda Sena would take a group of devotees from Bengal to Orissa
to see Lord Caitanya and participate in the Rath Yatra
to see Lord Caitanya and participate in the Rath Yatra.
with Lord Caitanya.
Participate Rath Yatra with Lord Caitanya. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.158.
প্রকাশ্যভাবে গৌরীয় ভক্তগণ সহ গমনে ধৃত হইবার আশঙ্কায় পুরী যাত্রায় অসামর্থ্য তা সবার সঙ্গে রঘুনাথ যাইতে না পারে প্রসিদ্ধ প্রকট সঙ্গ তবেহ ধরা পরে।
Raghunātha dāsa could not accompany them, for they were so famous that he would have been caught immediately.
Since Shivananda Sena was very famous,
Since the annual party by Sivananda Sena was very famous,
actually his father looked there first.
naturally his father would look there first.
So Raghunātha dāsa Swami could not go with them.
So Raghunātha dāsa Goswami could not go with them.
He had to think of some other way.
So he had to think of some other way. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antelila 6.159 to 160.
রঘুনাথের প্রভু সহ মিলন বৃত্তান্ত বর্ণন রঘুনাথের সৌভাগ্য দিবস। এই মতো চিন্তিতে দৈবেক দিন বাহিরে দেবী মণ্ডপে করিয়াছেন শয়নে। শেষ রাত্রে গুরু যদুনন্দন সহ সাক্ষাৎকার। দণ্ডচারী রাত্রি যবে আছে অবশে যদুনন্দন আচার্য তবে করিলা প্রবেশ।
Thus Raghunātha dāsa thought deeply about how to escape, and one night while he was sleeping on the Durga Mandap, the priest Yadunandan Acharya entered the house when only 4 dandas remained until the end of the night.
One danda is 22 and a half minutes.
So one danda is 22 and half a minute.
4 dandas mean hour and a half.
4 danda means an hour and a half. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antelila 6.161.
যদুনন্দনের পরিচয়। বাসুদেব দত্তের দেহ হয় অনুগৃহীত রঘুনাথের গুরু দেহ হয় পুরোহিত।
Yadunandan Acharya was the priest and spiritual master of Raghunātha dāsa. Although born in a Brahmana family, he had accepted the mercy of Vasudev Datta.
Wow. Raghunātha Acharya was a Brahmin by birth,
Raghunandan Acharya was a Brahmin by birth
qualification.
and qualification.
Vasudev Datta was not a Brahmin by birth,
But Vasudev Datta was not a Brahmin by birth.
but as he was a pure devotee,
As he was a pure devotee,
Raghunātha Acharya accepted his shelter.
Raghunandan Acharya accepted his shelter. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antelila 6.162.
অদ্বৈত আচার্য তেহ শিষ্য অন্তরঙ্গ আচার্য অজ্ঞাত মানে চৈতন্য প্রাণধন।
Raghunandan Acharya had been officially initiated by Advaita Acharya. Thus he considered Lord Caitanya his life and soul. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur comments that although the atheists who have deviated from the order of Sri Advaita Acharya introduce themselves as followers of Advaita Acharya, they do not accept Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead Kṛṣṇa. Yadunandan Acharya, one of the most confidential followers of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, was the initiated disciple of Advaita Acharya. He was not polluted by sentimental distinctions classifying Vaishnavas according to birth. Therefore, although Vasudev Datta had not been born in a Brahmana family, Yadunandan Acharya also accepted him as his spiritual master.
This shows how Vaishnava accept, in addition to Diksha Guru, a Shiksha Guru on a similar level.
So, this shows that how A Vaishnava may accept the status of his Diksha Guru and his Siksha Guru on the similar level. Similar. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 6.163.
যদুনন্দনকে রঘুনাথের প্রণাম। অঙ্গনে আসিয়াতে হো যবে দণ্ডাইলা, রঘুনাথ আসি তবে দণ্ডবাদ কইলা।
When Jadunandan Acharya entered the house of Raghunātha dāsa and stood in the courtyard, Raghunātha dāsa went there and fell down to offer his obeisances.
When he saw, Raghunātha dāsa saw his Guru Yadunandan Acharya,
When Raghunātha dāsa saw his Guru Yadunandan Acharya,
he naturally offered prostrate obeisances.
he naturally offered prostrate obeisances. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 6.164.
তারে শিষ্য তার ঠাকুরের সেবা করে, সেবা ছাড়ি আছে তারে সাধিবার তরে।
One of Yadunandan Acharya's disciple had been worshipping the deity but has left that service. Yadunandan Acharya wanted Raghunātha dāsa to induce the disciple to take up that service again.
There are always some troubles with management.
There are always some troubles with management.
Yadunandan Acharya, his disciple, was worshipping a deity,
Raghunandan Acharya's disciple was worshipping the deity.
and the disciple stopped the worship,
Then the disciple, he stopped the worship,
and then Acharya wanted to see how he started again.
so Yadunandan Acharya went to see that it got started again. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 6.165.
বিগ্রহ অর্চন ত্যাগকারী শিষ্যকে প্রাত রাত্রিক সম্পাদনার্থ অনুরোধের জন্য রঘুনাথকে সঙ্গে গ্রহণ। রঘুনাথ কহে তারে করহ সাধন, সেবা যেন করে আর নাহি কো ব্রাহ্মণ।
Yadunandan Acharya requested Raghunātha dāsa, please induce the Brahmana to resume the service, for there is no other Brahmana to do it. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 6.166.
রাত্রি শেষে প্রহরী রক্ষীগণের গাঢ় নিদ্রা আবেশ, এত কহি রঘুনাথে লইয়া চলিলা, রক্ষক সব শেষ রাত্রে নিদ্রায় পড়িলা।
After saying this, Yadunandan Acharya took Raghunātha dāsa with him and went out. By that time, all the watchmen were deeply asleep because it was the end of the night.
All the watchmen are supposed to stay awake
Although the watchman was supposed to stay awake
all night.
the whole night,
And at night, they fall asleep.
end of the night they were fallen asleep.
And this opportunity was there for Raghunātha dāsa to escape.
So this opportunity was there for Raghunātha dāsa to escape. Hari Hari Bol. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 6.167.
রঘুনাথের গুরু বা অনুব্রজা উভয়ের আচার্য গৃহবিমুখে গমন, আচার্যের ঘর ইহার পূর্ব দিশাতে, কহিতে শুনিতে দুহে চলে সেই পথে।
East of the house of Raghunātha dāsa was the house of Yadunandan Acharya. Yadunandan Acharya and Raghunātha dāsa talked together as they went toward the house. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 6.168.
পথে বুদ্ধিমান রঘুনাথের ওই সুযোগে গুরু সমীপে কৃষ্ণ ভজনার্থ বিদায় আজ্ঞা গ্রহণ। অর্ধপথে রঘুনাথ কহে গুরুর চরণে, আমি সেই বিপ্রে সাধি পাঠাইমু তোমার স্থানে।
Halfway along the path, Raghunātha dāsa submitted at the lotus feet of his spiritual master. I shall go to the home of that Brahmana, induce him to return, and send him to your home. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 6.169.
তুমি সুখে ঘরে যাও মোরে আজ্ঞা হয় এই ছলে আজ্ঞা মাগি করিলা নিশ্চয়
You may go home without anxiety. Following your order, I shall persuade the Brahmana. On this plea, after asking permission, Raghunātha dāsa decided to go away.
Raghunātha dāsa decided to take this opportunity.
So Raghunātha dāsa decided to take this opportunity to escape
And join Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu.
and join Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 6.170.
রঘুনাথের পালায়ন চিন্তা সেব রক্ষকারী কেহ নাহি সঙ্গে পালাইতে আমার ভালো এই মতো প্রসঙ্গে
Raghunātha dāsa thought, this is the greatest opportunity to go away because this time there are no servant or watchman with me.
Normally, Raghunātha dāsa will always have some watchman or service with him.
Normally, Raghunātha dāsa would have some watchmen or servants with him,
But this time, there was no one.
but this time there were no one. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 6.171.
অতি দ্রুত বেগে পালায়ন এই চিন্তি পূর্বমুখে করিলা গমন উল্টিয়া চাহে পাছে নাহি কুঞ্জন
Thinking in this way, he quickly proceeded toward the east. Sometimes he turned around and looked back, but no one was following him.
So he went eastward, and then there was a slightly different path.
So he went east, which is a slightly different path.
Jayapataka is in the south.
As Jagannath Puri, what's that, good man? Sorry.
South.
As Jagannath Puri is in the south. Śrī
He escaped, and no one was following him.
And he saw and no one was following. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 6.172.
ধৃত হইবার আশঙ্কায় বনে বনে উপপথে ধাবন শ্রী চৈতন্য নিত্যানন্দ চরণ চিন্তিয়া পথ ছাড়ি উপপথে যায় ন ধাইয়া
Thinking of the lotus feet of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he left the general path and proceeded with great haste on the one not generally used.
Instead of going by the general route, he went on a separate route.
So instead of going by the general route, he went on a separate route
That he could go unseen.
so that he could go unseen. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 6.173.
একান্তভাবে চৈতন্য চরণ ধ্যানপূর্বক সমস্ত দিনে বহু পথ অতিক্রম ও সন্ধ্যায় গোপগৃহে দুগ্ধ পানপূর্বক শ্রান্ত দেহে বিশ্রাম গ্রামে গ্রামের পথ ছাড়ি যায় বনে বনে কায় মন বাক্যে চিনতে চৈতন্য চরণে
Giving up the general path from village to village, he passed through the jungle, thinking with heart and soul about the lotus feet of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu.
Raghunātha dāsa was completely absorbed.
Raghunātha dāsa was completely absorbed,
Mind, words, deeds, and the lotus feet of Lord Caitanya.
mind, thoughts, and words in the lotus feet, deeds in the completely in the thoughts of Lord Chaitanya.
And he went off the general route from village to village, time thinking of Lord Chaitanya all the time.
He went from, instead of going on the general route, he went on village to village, all the time thinking of Lord Chaitanya. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.174.
পঞ্চদশ ক্রোশ পর চলি গেলা একদিনে সন্ধ্যাকালে রহিলা এ গোফের বাথানে.
He walked about 30 miles in one day, and in the evening he took rest in the cowshed of a milkman.
30 miles in a day,
30 miles in a day,
going on small pathways.
going on the small pathways.
It's a very intense program.
It's a very intense program.
Normally, maybe one would go half that distance,
Normally one can go the half of the distance.
but he was racing to join Caitanya Mahaprabhu.
So he was racing to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.175.
উপবাসী দেখি গো দুগ্ধ আনি দিলাম সেই দুগ্ধ পান করি পড়িয়া রহিলা.
When the milkman saw that Raghunātha dāsa was fasting, he gave him some milk. Raghunātha dāsa drank the milk and lay down to rest there for the night.
Lord Chaitanya, Lord Kṛṣṇa, takes care of his devotees.
Lord Chaitanya, Lord Kṛṣṇa takes care of his devotee.
Seeing Raghunātha dāsa was fasting, the milkman gave some milk.
Seeing Raghunātha dāsa was fasting, the milkman gave him some milk.
Like this, Kṛṣṇa takes care of his devotees.
Like this, Krishna takes care of his devotees. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.176.
পর দিবস প্রাতে রঘুনাথের অদর্শনে কোলাহল ও অন্বেষণার্থ পিতারা পুরী যাত্রীগণের নিকট পত্র ও লোক প্রেরণ. এথা তার সেবক রক্ষ তারে না দেখিয়া তার গুরু পার্শ্বে বার্তা পুছিলেন গিয়া.
At the house of Raghunātha dāsa, the servant and watchman, not seeing there, immediately went to inquire about him from his spiritual master Yadunandana Acharya. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.177.
দেহ কহে আজ্ঞা মাগি গেলা নিজ ঘর পালাইল রঘুনাথ উঠিল কোলাহল.
Yadunandana Acharya said, "He has already asked my permission and returned home." Thus there arose a tumultuous sound as everyone cried, "Now Raghunath has gone away!"
Haribo!
Haribo!
They have been watching Raghunātha dāsa that would not escape.
So they had been watching Raghunātha dāsa that he would not escape.
But somehow, giving this opportunity, he left.
Somehow, using this opportunity, he left. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.178.
তার পিতা কহে গৌরের ভক্তগণ প্রভু স্থানে নীলাচলে করিলা গমন.
Raghunātha Dasa's father said, "Now all the devotees from Bengal has gone to Jagannath Puri to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu." Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.179.
সেই সঙ্গে রঘুনাথ গেল পালাইয়া 10 জন যাহ তারে আনো ধরিয়া।
Raghunātha dāsa has fled with them. 10 men should immediately go and catch him and bring him back.
Raghunātha dāsa knew that if he went with the devotees, he'd be easily caught.
Raghunātha dāsa knew that if he ran with the devotees, he would be easily caught.
Therefore, he did not go with the devotees.
Therefore, he did not go with the devotees. If he went with the devotees. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.180.
শিবানন্দে পত্রী দিল বিনয় করিয়া, আমার পুত্র তুমি দিবা বাহুরিয়া।
Raghunātha Dasa's father wrote a letter to Shivananda saying, asking him with great humility, please return my son. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.181.
ঝাগড়া পর্যন্ত গেল সেই 10 জনে, ঝাগড়াতে পাইল গিয়া বৈষ্ণবের গণে।
In Jhankara, the 10 men caught up with the group of Vaishnavas going to Nilachal. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.182.
প্রেরিত লোকের শিবানন্দকে পত্র প্রদান ও রঘুনাথের সংবাদ জিজ্ঞাসা। পত্রে দিয়া শিবানন্দে বার্তা পুছিল, শিবানন্দ কহেতে এথা নাইল।
After delivering the letter, the man inquired from Shivananda Sen about Raghunātha dāsa, but Shivananda Sen replied, he did not come here.
So Raghunātha dāsa, knowing that his father would search this party of Bengali going to Nilachal.
So Raghunātha dāsa, knowing that his father would search with the Bengali party going to Nilachal,
And that's what they did.
And that's what he did.
But he went by another way.
But he ran away in another way. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 6.183.
শিবানন্দের স্বীয় অনভিজ্ঞতা জ্ঞাপন, রঘুনাথের অদর্শনে পত্র বাহকগণের গৃহে প্রত্যাবর্তন। বাহরিয়া সেই 10 জন আইল ঘর, তার মাতা পিতা হইল চিন্তিত অন্তর।
The 10 men returned home, and Raghunātha Dasa's father and mother were filled with anxiety.
And this is how Raghunātha dāsa escaped.
So this is how Raghunātha dāsa escaped
And went to see Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu.
and went to see Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu.
He's on the path now.
He's on the path now.
And he's thinking day and night about the lotus feet of Nitai Gaur.
He's thinking day and night about the lotus feet of Nitai Gaur.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol! Thus ends the chapter entitled Raghunātha dāsa receives the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, under the section The Meeting of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunātha dāsa Goswami.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. And don't forget to like and share our channel.